Guilty Gear with motion controls. Why are you doing this, guys? I'm not doing 4 minutes of this. Come on.
All fighting games are great indeed.
The Kusoge, the esports.
Like every other week, the fighting game community gets into a big debate on whether or not motion inputs for special moves is a good or bad thing for the genre. And personally, I think a lot of the discussions lack a lot of nuance and fail to realize that each and every fighting game is designed from the ground up to suit the game's very own unique control style and mechanics. So there's no one real answer. But if I had to choose one or the other, I would prefer motion inputs in my fighting games. Like, actual motion inputs. I want to swing my fist in the air when I do a volcanic viper. Aside, what you're looking at is Guilty Gear Axe and Core.
Yeah.
Not to date myself too hard, but this was actually the very first Guilty Gear that I played back when it came out in 2009. It's actually a pretty good port. And has
everything that got ported to the Wii added stupid motion controls, dude.
But what if you bodied people?
Then you would be bodying people with a harder way to play that didn't respond most of the time when you wanted a particular precise input.
Dude, that's money match bait.
So Dragon Ball as a franchise went through the Budokai games, right? And they were normal, like, side view fighting games.
Yeah.
And then they created the Tenkaichi Budokais that everyone kind of then replaced the old ones with, even though they were different and the camera was third person, and I'd much rather it look like a fighting game, but that's neither here nor there. And then after those, they added the motion controls where you do the full-on Kamehameha.
Yeah.
And it's just like that, if I'm not mistaken, I wasn't on it, but wasn't that in the office for a minute? Where they were just testing out the Kamehameha motions and all that.
Yeah.
I believe it was. And it was in the office, and it was something I remember I wasn't on, but it was there. And it was just like, this just sucks because all it does is makes it harder to do the things you want to do. If I want to do a move and press a button.
Yeah, but you can do it yourself.
And it didn't work, Reggie. What part about it doesn't work, don't you get? Yes, you can do it. And then it doesn't work.
Woolie, skill issue.
Cope seed mold. Fuck you.
They built it like shit. And then the programming behind it was not fucking the sensitive enough to make it work, so you couldn't fucking play.
Couldn't do anything.
It was so garbage, dude. It was so anti-fun.
The D-pad on top of the Wiimote are your main 4 buttons. With left
4
being
buttons?
punch,
Oh my
down being
god.
kick, up is slash, and right is heavy slash.
Okay.
And then the A button is dust. That's boring. Why would you want the precision of a button when you could lightly swing the nunchuck for a punch, or swing it wildly for a kick?
Yes.
Follow that up with a light swing of the Wiimote for a slash.
You know what else you
or
need
a
to play?
flail of the Wiimote for a heavy
Oh my
slash.
god.
You need to play Street Fighter, the original cabinet.
With the 2 buttons?
2 buttons.
Yeah.
Punch and kick.
Oh, I would love to slap
Hit it
on
light
that.
for a light
Yeah.
punch, hit it heavy for a heavy punch.
Yo.
Guess what?
How do I do the mediums? Just in between?
It's somewhere in between.
So in between. Okay. You need that magic touch, baby.
Yeah.
You just need to pound it just right. Bang.
Okay.
Medium, sweep.
Cool. Did you get to the arcade within the first week of its release? No? It's broken.
Yeah. But that's because of the other animals.
Because nobody
Mashing
knows
on
what the
it.
pressure is. Because there's no limiter on it.
Yeah.
So you just tell people to hit it hard, so they hit it as hard as fucking possible, as if it were a strength reading machine. And they break the fucking machine.
Cavemen.
But the motion controls aren't the most intuitive, and the gestures that take rapid movements can be lost and hard to pull off. Hitting slash on the heavy slash is a lot harder and takes way more nuance than it really should.
Dude, I need to start playing Strive. You need to move,
The
bro.
worst.
You
The
need to
worst.
But more interesting than waggling out normal
Like,
is waggling out special moves.
it was so awful when you had a game where you had most of your buttons controlling what you needed to do, but occasionally needed to waggle. Mad World type shit, you know? Fuck,
Just
man.
hold down a button and start waving your hands like crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
This does include moves like the Potemkin
That can be
Buster.
reproduced
You
easily.
can instantly grab your opponent at a literal flick of the wrist.
Bruh. Look at the flick of the wrist.
Sure!
Look at the
Insane
flick
of
of the
all
wrist.
Is that waggling out special moves ignores
Fuck Capcom versus SNK 2.
For charge.
Let's just play Easy Operation,
I'm
dude.
down. Yo, it's really hard to do a Shungoku
Or
Shungoku Satsu.
Just hit the fucking C
On
stick.
the C stick. It's a really tight angle.
Yeah, you want to do an Air 720 with Mackie? No problem.
And of course, you can instantly waggle some supers out too by holding down both C and Z and moving either the Wiimote
You
or
can do it
nunchuck.
all, man.
I hate
I'd
this.
be lying if I said the double X
Light,
super pause didn't make doing
punch,
a simple
kick,
combo made out
slash,
of waggles
heavy
pretty
slash.
good to pull off when in.
I got my Gatling in, and I hold the button, and I got a Tyrant Rave.
Charge troopers get to ignore
Dude,
the
I
Like the
Style
funny
on the
part is that
floor?
like what you just did was way too much movement for it to actually register, and you would just do nothing.
You can
Like
perform
that level of
motion
precision you think you're doing is not
hold
it.
E and B at the
30
same
minutes
time
in training mode.
and thrust the Wiimote and
Body
nunchuck
everyone.
together to go into instant kill mode, and then repeat the movement to execute it. Air guitars not required. Anyone who's played classic Guilty Gear knows that the game is pretty hard execution-wise.
Eh.
So add goofy motion controls into the mix, and the game becomes a nightmare to control. So sadly, I couldn't pull off anything insane, because I'm sure the motion controls allow you to break some rules and perform some
Damn.
incredible stuff.
That was
Hopefully
crazy.
Some madman can watch this and get inspired to pull some crazy Johnny stuff, or control Zato and Eddie like a god with the Wii.
So you know what the deal is?
What's up?
Like motion controls, I hate them for a lot of reasons. Mainly because every time I use them, they suck, right? But they get me extra upset because follow me here. All
Okay,
right.
I'm listening.
You know how vegetarian food is like a whole type of cuisine that like has some stuff works and some stuff doesn't, but it's a mixed bag. You never know what you're gonna get,
Okay, yeah. Okay.
right?
Okay.
And your question marks. I know. Follow me. Hold
Ah,
on.
I'm following. Oh, yeah, I'm following.
And when you go, you ever been to like a vegetarian or only restaurant? Right? Sometimes you'll have the ones you'll go to where the majority of the menu is just, hey, we figured out how to do a vegetarian version of a meat dish. Here's vegetarian General Tao. Here's vegetarian chicken wings.
Yeah, okay.
Right? And you're like, fucking make food that is not just trying to imitate the other thing, but is just embracing what is unique about what you can be on your own. Right? Grilled vegetables are fucking delicious.
Yes.
I have tasted
Give me some
purees that are
Brussels sprouts.
amazing.
Yeah.
There are things that vegetables can do on their own that don't need to be imitating the things that they're not. Because when I eat a fake burger and I just go, yeah, hey, you know what? You're 90% of the way there. Oh, this one's like 70% of the way there. And all I'm doing is judging it to a fucking burger that tastes way better. Right? Stop imitating the shit by putting stupid fucking controls on a thing that has already been designed for its own other thing. Don't try to retrofit your stupid new system on an old thing that was already set and designed to be a certain way. Use motion to create games about motion controls. Find things where the gyro actually helped, like using it
Where it actually works.
when I see like things like I remember when they add I remember thinking like, oh, where can we get a lightsaber game? And they added the Wii Motion Plus, and then you could actually aim a lightsaber. It's like, yes, anyone who wants to see a Wiimote swung around is thinking about swinging a lightsaber around. Furthermore, the excitement of doing that is unique to something that other video games don't do. And you're excited to swing a sword around in a particularly accurate way. Right? Don't take a game that doesn't need that and try to fucking retrofit the stupid shit on it. Do the thing that is unique to what's good about you and fly with it.
Yeah.
Excel. Right? This shit frustrates me to no end because you're just shoving a fucking
A triangle in the
into a square hole
Yeah, square.
when you can do amazing things based on your own unique thing. We've created a whole new control system. We've innovated a whole new thing, and we have a regular traditional controls and a new gyro. But instead, we're just going to go back and find ways to use gyro on the games you already know. For the love of God, use your fucking vegetarian culinary expertise to create things that only vegetable dishes can do. Stop trying to recreate burgers.
Make me imitate the vegetarian food with the meat.
Exactly.
Like, impress me. Yeah.
That's my point. This shit fucking annoys me.
Also, Guilty Gear Accent Core for the Wii is worried about your health. So after every motion-filled match, a little calorie counter shows up to tell you how many accent calories were burned. And just for future reference, doing 49 soul DPs apparently burns 85.2 accent calories.
Bruh.
I have a lot of nostalgia for this game, because I have fond memories of my friends and I trying to waggle out instant kills on each other in
Should they
between
bring
our
back
sessions of Mugen, where we had to
ABA?
play against each other while sharing one keyboard.
Lovely. Parents walk in and the door behind.
What I'm trying to get at...
Are you
while
winning,
dumb
son?
And not a good way to play this game, it's still a way to play this game, and it led me to falling in love with Gulity Gear as a series. It's gimmicky, but the genre could use more dumb stuff like it, in my opinion. Thanks for watching.
Like, if you're Trick Greg and you're flexing on a goddamn fucking keyboard, or you're beating people with guitars and buttons and shit, yeah, man, by all means, like, they're still buttons.
A wheel. Yeah.
But just, like, this level of, like, actually, no, we want to sell you a game that already works just fine with a normal controller, but we made it worse. Because that's what these things have. That's the gimmick now, right? Or like when the DS games would come out and find ways to split the screen that were just like unnatural. Like we don't know what to do with the fucking second screen.
Okay.
We didn't plan for this. I don't know. Just fucking put the pause menu down there or something. I don't know. Put some touch functions. I don't know what. You know, this was a Game Boy Advance game, and then we got told we have a second screen to worry about. Can we turn it off? No. Can we duplicate it? No. Okay. Put some artwork down there. Have it sit idle, and then every time there's a cutscene, we'll put the subtitles down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No nonsense.